Greetings, this is Star Illumination. This particular video is for all you Scorpio types. Greetings, this is part of a series on the Aries North Node journey. Please check it out. Here's the North Node. Here's the South Node. Preferably before you even watch this one, go back through the series and find the video titled Aries North Node. Specifically that video. Preferably watch that first, okay? Alright, let's dive in. So I made these doodles in advance, my astro doodles, so that we could jump right in, okay? So we're talking about the Aries North Node journey. For now, it's July 2023 to January 2025. It's an 18.5 year cycle. In other words, it takes 18.5 years to go from here to here. So it works out to be about 1.5 years in each sign. Okay? Does that make sense? So, for Scorpio types, we're putting the Scorpio self in the house of self, the first house here, and we're reading everything from that perspective. So for you, dear Scorpio types, this nodal transit journey is happening in your 12th house for the South Node and your 6th house for the North Node. And I've colored it up so that indicating like this is healthy, this is less than healthy. We're coming from the past. These are your default settings, perhaps past lives, many past lives. And this is into the so-called future, where you might not have a lot of experience or awareness, but that's where the benefits lie. So please watch the precursor video to all 12 signs. The video on the channel is called Aries North Node. So let's have a look. Let's examine this. The South Node, this is where you're coming from. This is the default setting. I'm not saying that you have a Libra South Node. All I'm suggesting is that the Libra South Node is transiting your 12th house right now. So let's think of core themes here. Relationships, relationship dynamics. You with a significant other, certain others with you. Let's look at the 12th house. Healthy aspects would be a sensation of divine love, of universal love, of complete utter acceptance for anyone and everyone in all their weakness, fragilities, frailties, dysfunctions, everything that's uncomfortable and perhaps unwelcome. And you can take it much deeper if you want to. And that's where we're going to go here with the 12th house, because the 12th house is the house of self-undoing. It's the house of, let's say, addictions. I'm talking about the unhealthy aspects now, okay? 12th house, Neptune, Pisces vibes, okay? The healthy expression is beautiful, okay? It's divinity. It's universal love. It's the merger of everything with everything. You with the great beyond with you. You being in touch with your angels. Divine inspiration. Okay, and that's great when it works. But actually, for a lot of people, the 12th house is one of the most difficult houses to deal with, because I call it the dumpster or the kitchen drawer. It's an area where people just dump, like everybody does. Most people have a little so-called kitchen drawer somewhere where, like, you slide it out. Like, I don't know what to do with this rubber band. Oh, I've got 3, unused. I don't know what it could be. Band-aids, and I don't want to throw them away. The box is too big, so I'll just throw the Band-aids in the drawer, and they just sit there for years. And you take that all the way through life, like, oh, I just had a really horrible experience with so-and-so. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't want to think about it. I'm just going to move on, or I'm just going to get drunk, or I'm going to smoke some weed, or I'm going to get high. I'm going to get cracked out. I don't know what to do. I'm going to start drinking more energy drinks. I got to escape from the shit that I don't want to deal with. It could play out like you, dear Scorpio. You might be dealing with all sorts of variations of unhealthy, dysfunctional relationships. Like, are you with someone who's permanently sick? Are you with someone who is bipolar? Are you with someone who is an addict? Are you with someone who is abusive? Are you with someone who is codependent? Okay? There's so many unhealthy ways that relationships can pan out. So just think of all that, Scorpio, and realize that that's where you would have been coming from, as if you were born with the Libra South Node. So in this lifetime, right here at this time, whether you've got anything here at all in your chart, for you that would be in the sign of Libra here, planets or strong aspects or whatever, the transit is here nevertheless. So this is a tremendous chance and opportunity in your life to examine deep core elements of your relationships. Like, what is the reality? Is this person really here for you? Are you really there for them? Are you connecting because you're scared of disconnecting? Are you addicted to somebody in a relationship and you can't let go? Are you holding on to someone who is essentially permanently disappointing you in some way or other? Are you constantly losing things like time, money, energy, resources, confidence in association with another person? Or, well, specifically another person. But pretty much look at your relationships and try and identify anything and everything that's not working. And realize that, oh my gosh, there is a way to deal with this. And that is through following the North Node journey. So what would that look like? So go to the keywords and themes over here. So we're dealing with the 6th house. This is the house of like health and healing. But in terms of practicalities, you could think of it as like people who have strong 6th house vibes might be involved in healthcare, nursing, teaching, caretaking, science, work, and lots of things that involve due diligence and detail, and almost to the point of drudgery where you're not necessarily getting great rewards, but it's still very essential to day-to-day life. So for you, Scorpios, it might be that you're going to enjoy a year and a half ahead of you where you can see opportunities to improve your health in the context of relationships. And that might include deliberately separating yourself from people and relationships that trigger all those negative energies, feelings, and vibes that I just described here. Now, if you do that, you might start to feel like, oh, there's a vacuum in my life. I can't do that. I'm just going to go back here to the devil I know. But that vacuum, if you allow it to be filled with new experience, you might start to see, especially if you do it by invitation after watching this video, dear invisible friends, dear guardian angels, dear God, heaven, please send to me that which is mine. Please take away from me that which is not mine. Send me a signal. Show me people and events and circumstances that would be healthy for me. I want to know what they're like. I need to know what they feel like so I can integrate that in my physical body. Remember, the Aries energy is very physical, active, okay? So over this 1.5 year journey, especially when we go through the little transit over Chiron, about the deep wounding of self. Chiron is in Aries now. The preferred outcome and experience over this period of time is to recognize anything and everything that's not working here and deliberately seek out what does work. For example, let's say you've got someone who loves getting stoned and drunk, and they're indulgent or they're sexaholics or something, and you kind of go along with it because there's a sort of a sick kind of fun that goes with it, but deep down your body is saying, this is unhealthy, I don't want to do this anymore. And so you separate yourself and you find out like, ugh, this feels really strange and weird. I need to get, let's go out and do some fitness stuff. Let's cleanse the body. Let's go on a cleanse. Let's do some mental, emotional, physical cleansing, healing. You got to reveal all this stuff here to heal it over here. This 6th, 12th house is very much about healing anyway. Love and healing. Libra, the planet of love and relationships, okay? So instead of living with a lot of dysfunctional, unhealthy vibes in love and relationships, it first requires you to integrate fully into your full sovereign self, which might make you feel a bit weird and lonely at first, but once you get a taste for what it feels like to be you, the singular version of you, as opposed to the unhealthy version of you that's married, wedded, locked in, immersed, tied, chained to unhealthy relationships, then it's going to feel really, really good. So then once you got a taste for that, you just have to keep going, and that's part of the journey. Now remember, this is a long, slow journey. You might not, if you are 18 years or younger, this isn't going to make much sense. If you're 18 to 37, you might start understanding some of this, what I talked about. If you are over the age of 32 and you're on the second time around with the cycle, then you've probably got a very clear understanding what we're talking about over here, about what's not working, and how it's about time to figure out what does work in terms of health and healing when it comes to relationships. And for that to happen, it means putting you first. It's time for you to be first, for you to set the tone, the agenda. I mean, I'm going to overdo it a little bit here. Take physical exercise. Do something sporting and active. Go swimming, jogging, climbing, go on adventures. Go to fitness things. Go to yoga classes. Go to martial arts classes. Something to get you deep, deep into your physical body so that you become one with your physical body and you feel what it's like to be in charge and be the boss of your physical body. Once you get that feeling, you start to feel sickly when you go back into the default setting, because that's what you know. But it's up to you. It's an individual. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. All I'm saying, this is a tremendous opportunity for you to heal and improve, okay? So pay attention, love thyself, prioritize yourself, put yourself in the boss's seat when it comes to these relationships so that you can take charge, make yourself healthy, and go from there. All right? So, anyway, you can also do your own research, of course, but I'm just giving you my quick thumbnail sketch about a potential journey and how it could work for you during this transit, okay? Thank you very much for watching. Pass it around, spread it on. Watch the primer video if you haven't watched it already. Take care, Scorpios. Number one, you are number one. Love thyself, first and foremost, okay?